So I had this idea a couple of months ago. Fucking loud ass motorcycle outside. I don't know if you can hear him. I had this idea a couple of months ago how to book John Cena 17th WWE title reign. And I had a crazy scenario in my mind, and I will share it with you guys today. Although it's kind of weird now because things have changed. But okay, let's try to kind of improvise that storyline. So, we have John Cena. We have to have Roman Reigns, who was in that storyline a babyface back then. And fuck it, let's say Brock Lesnar comes back and kind of, Paul Heyman turns heel on Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is a face again. So, I mean, in a foreseeable future, Roman Reigns is definitely going to be a babyface. So, I mean, I think it's safe to say that. So, I think Roman Reigns could be a babyface even this summer, actually. So, let's say Roman Reigns is a babyface, and we have the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, which has to be a babyface also. So it's not the Miz, and I had this is going to be crazy. I had Mustafa Ali as the Money in the Bank babyface briefcase holder, but I don't know what the fuck. I don't even watch WWE. I mean, I kind of watch the pay-per-views. I watched the Royal Rumble, but I don't know. I think Mustafa Ali is a heel now, and his name is only Ali. So is Ricochet relevant? I don't know. I was thinking about Ricochet, who would be a babyface. Ricochet would be an ideal character for this role, but whatever. So let's just say babyface Ricochet is the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. So the story goes like this: John Cena kind of comes back, not kind of, really comes back, and says, "You know what, guys? I want to be the record-breaking 17-time WWE champion." And Roman Reigns is still the champion, the Universal, I guess, champion. And John Cena says, "Fuck it, I want to be the Universal champion." I was never the Universal champion, and I want to become the Universal champion. And 17-time world champion. So I guess the world is the universe. Whatever. Anyway, so this happens around October. Let's say Hell in a Cell, and I think it's a good idea to put it inside the Hell in a Cell because they have had some matches before. They have history. They were really, going at each other. Especially Cena after Reigns. I'm here because you cannot do your job. That was a great ass promo, kind of a half a shoot promo. Anyways, Reigns beat him in that match, pretty much fair and square. So they had this Hell in a Cell match, and Roman Reigns beats John Cena again. You know, pretty easy. Not pretty easy, but let's say 13 to 15 minutes without, I think you can say maybe, I'm not sure if Cena kicks out of the spear. Maybe he kicks out of a couple of, lead up Superman punches, whatever. But Roman pins him in the middle of the ring, fair and square. John Cena is really disappointed in himself. Has some matches on Raw. He says, I want to practice. I want to, not have ring rust. So he has some matches. He enters the Royal Rumble #1 because he wants to beat everybody fair and square because he's the super babyface John Cena of John Cena's. And he actually wins the Royal Rumble. So obviously he's going to challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania 38, I guess. Yes, it is WrestleMania 38. And Roman says, okay, man, let's do that again. So the main event for WrestleMania 38 is John Cena versus Roman Reigns. High stakes. John Cena says something like, "Man, if I lose, I retire." Something you can mix that up. If John Cena loses, he retires. I'm not sure if you should mix that up, but okay, let's leave that for the creative team. I'm just trying to pitch my idea, and they have that match, and John Cena's ready. He is in shape. He is juiced the fuck out. I'm just joking. He is absolutely doing everything that he can to beat Roman Reigns. And he's beating the fuck out of Roman Reigns for 30 minutes, but he cannot pin him. He cannot pin him. He cannot submit him. He actually makes Roman Reigns pass out, but Roman Reigns did not quit. So, guess what happens? John Cena is looking at the lifeless body of Roman Reigns in the middle of the ring, and he thinks about something. Is he actually going to do something illegal? Maybe a chair shot, maybe something crazy. And one more important thing that I forgot to tell you is the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. Now, the briefcase holder is a babyface. Let's say Mustafa Ali or Ricochet or whoever the fuck. And he said, "Hey guys, I will be fair and square with you. I will watch your epic match ringside, and I will cash in my Money in the Bank briefcase after the match. After you finish, you can drink some water, have a 2 minute break, whatever. And now we have the main event after the main event for WrestleMania. Something like Braun Strowman actually threatened to do when Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar were having a match on SummerSlam. So that was that's the babyface Money in the Briefcase holder, let's say Ricochet or whatever, or Mustafa Ali, sitting next to ringside watching that epic match. So John Cena is contemplating, turning heel, whatever. He kind of teases turning heel. He kind of, thinks about a low blow, a chair shot, or whatever. And he thinks about this, and then Roman Reigns hits a desperation spear and pins him in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. So Roman Reigns is still the champion. Roman Reigns is absolutely fucking dead in the middle of the ring. He is so dead that John Cena actually stands up first after the spear, after he got pinned, and he's really disappointed in himself. And now the Money in the Bank briefcase holder is kind of getting nervous because he kind of wants to, cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase. But John Cena, as a super babyface John Cena, he says, you know what? Hey, we had a war today. We had a 30-minute war. It's not okay for you to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase on Roman Reigns right now. By the way, I really hope that you can hear me, guys. Anyways, so John Cena is trying to convince the Money in the Bank briefcase holder to not cash it in, and he actually does convince him. So the guy, let's say Ali or Ricochet, I'm sick and tired of repeating myself, kind of starts leaving the ring. And John Cena comes over to Roman Reigns, and the whole dramatic ambulance is there, and the paramedical staff, medicians, whatever, are there and trying to help Roman Reigns, whatever. And John's like, "Oh man, good match. You beat me fair and square. Beat me fair and square. I will not challenge you anymore. You are the top dog. I will remain the 16-time WWE champion. I won't break Ric Flair's record." But as he does that, he decides to turn heel. Low blows Roman Reigns and starts to beat the fuck out of him because he cannot stand this guy being better than him. He is the same guy as he was 10, 15 years ago, but he is now better than him. He has the title longer than him. He is better in everything. He cannot pin him. He cannot submit him. So he starts to beat the fuck out of Roman Reigns. The crowd is absolutely stunned. And the Money in the Bank briefcase holder watches this and is like, wait a minute, I can cash this shit in right now. So he starts to go back to the ring, and as you would expect, he's starting to hand off the briefcase to the referee, but no! He does not give it to the referee. He gives it to John Cena. He bows down to John freaking Cena and says, listen, John, this is for you. I want you to cash in the briefcase and become a 17-time world champion. And John Cena breaks out the evilest fucking laugh ever and is like, this was my whole plan all the time. And guess what? He gives the briefcase to the ref. He hits an attitude adjustment. And he pins Roman Reigns to become the Universal 17-time WWE World Champion. That's how John Cena becomes the champion. The Money in the Bank, ex-Money in the Bank briefcase holder raises his hand, and they become a stable, and the guy becomes his disciple, and later on he will become the WWE champion, and he will feud with Roman Reigns. And John Cena and Roman Reigns have a blow-off match at let's say SummerSlam, when Roman beats Cena and that disciple guy to regain his Universal title. So I think that's a creative idea. I don't know. I hope you liked it. So tell me, guys, what the hell do you think about my idea? Sorry for that. And yeah, pretty much that's it. And cut.